As William gets ready to go to the dining hall for breakfast, he reflects back on a moment when he had honored Starburst, an unsullied warrior that he had challenged in the arena, and thinks back on what had transpired as he looks at the black sheath containing the chrome trim that is silver with the dagger that was given to him, and it makes him think about a new friendship that he wishes to start. And so this is what he sees, thinking back to yesterday's celebration event after he had won a first time ever in all Targaryen history a challenge with an unsullied warrior, with him being the low in stature, frail human. The next thing William does decide to do is to give a gift to the one he had challenged in the arena. And there is somebody else I wish to honor, if I be permitted to do so. Yes, who would this be? The one I had challenged in the arena. Oh, you mean Starburst? Yes. She then looks to Asandi. Could you send Grey Worm in to get Starburst to come forward? William wishes to honor him. Very well, my queen. And so she does. Masandi then goes over and speaks to Grey Worm, who nods in agreement and heads out to get Starburst. May I ask why you wish to honor him? Well, even though I've restored his honor, which is a human custom, well, not necessarily mine, but in few kingdoms of my world, by giving him the dagger of honor that I had made for him. Though I am realizing now that was probably not necessary, was it? No. Unsullied warriors don't hold grudges, but it's okay. I find this action or thing that you do quite amusing. Though he probably, I would imagine, thought this was the greatest gift, even though it was his training to take your life, and yet you chose not to do so. Well, it was not my intention to try to take his life. I probably would have stopped anyway. Yes, and had I not stopped it, he probably would have finished you off because you were getting really quite worn down because he is much stronger than you. I already knew this. But as far as I'm concerned, you did win the challenge by all rights, and you need not prove anything further to me, William. I understand. So I wanted to give him my spear, because as everyone can see, the head of my spear is not like that of the other Unsullied warriors. While theirs is flat and nevertheless still quite lethal, mine is called a diamond point. And it has 4 edges instead of just a standard 2. And it's solid. Very intriguing. This must be something of a design like the gift of knowledge that you're giving me from your world. Yes. But we don't use such things anymore because, again, my world is a bit more advanced. I see. Well, it looks like Starburst is back with Grey Worm, and Grey Worm showed up. Starburst reporting for duty, my queen. Yes, Starburst. William here wishes to honor you with a gift. So William then gets up and hands over in a firm yet positive way his spear. You shall have my spear as a way to honor you. And Starburst looks at Grey Worm, who looks at him. Grey Worm nods, and so quite readily, with a firm grip, takes the spear. Though the shaft that I have is short, you can, and when it shows him the 4 points of the spear base, take these out, get a new shaft that I had broken at the time, and put this spearhead onto it, reinserting the points to hold it back on that I've shown you. It is known as a diamond point, and you may come to find it may be quite useful. And Starburst doesn't know what to say, though he is one of a few words like Grey Worm. He looks down at his belt and hands over the dagger he has that is all silver, but with a black handle in a black and chrome type like sheath. So William goes ahead and takes it, and then he slaps poor William's arm again right above his wrist. Fair trade! And that's all he says. And then walks out with a spear. Kramer looks at William. You make new friend with unsullied warrior. Well, I hope that's a good thing. 'Tis good seems, though you be low in stature and weaker than us, because you love Queen. We will honor you as long as you honor Queen. All right. Well, I can accept that. I just don't understand why he gave me this when it was I who was trying to honor him. Daenerys then calls William over to sit down beside her, and he does. And she then tells him to refuse this gift would be a way of dishonoring him. So, because you have given him something, he has decided to give you something. I see. Well, then I do accept the gift. Perhaps, William, you are starting to have a good impression upon people because they're starting to accept you, though you be low in stature and, well, you have proven yourself you do not want to be looked upon as a frail human, but you must at least see it our way, that you are not like that of the men of the world also, because you being human, the men of the world will always be, of course, stronger. Now, I do accept this, but I wanted to prove that I can do just as about as anything as anyone else can, even if I am low in stature, because I'm not of your world. That is well spoken. And as I said, you do not need to prove anything more. So she gives William a gentle squeeze of his hand as they sit and finish off the last of the evening meal and the festivities. Daenerys then finally comes in. Oh, I see you're finally awake, William. Yes, I have been doing some thinking about last night's celebration. And anything that you have any questions or concerned about? No, I was just thinking about how I honored this one, I think you call it Starburst. Yes. Well, they don't show much emotion, and but he seemed pleased that you gave him your special spear. Yes, well, about that, I wanted to talk to you about this, Daenerys. I was wondering, I don't know whether Unsullied Warriors actually make friends with people. I guess they have their friends within their own group because they train together. Yes, they do tend to have friendships amongst themselves. What was it that you were interested in? Well, I was thinking that perhaps me and Grey Worm might start a friendship. I mean, if you permitted it. Well, that would be interesting, William. Of course, I have to let you know, Grey Worm is a man of few words because he is an unsullied lawyer. Yes, I've noticed. Well, I thought perhaps it might be a good show. Not that it bothers me or anything, but maybe he could teach me a few things. How to move a spear like the way he does. You move a spear like an unsullied lawyer. Well, I hope that I'm not going to be made into one. No, I would miss certain things about you. Um, I wouldn't want to see your status removed either. Oh, yeah. And I do like the way you turn 3 shades of red again, William. Yeah, well, I like my status where it's at. I don't think I want that removed. She laughs, but finds that to be funny. I think that would be rather painful. But in any case, yeah, I was kind of thought maybe by showing a willingness to learn from him, perhaps it might start a friendship. I may not be as good as him, but at least I would be showing the effort to do so. Well, that would be interesting. I think if you ask him, perhaps he may agree to this, but if he doesn't, don't be surprised. You'll just have to ask him yourself, and I would permit this. Alright. There is something I want to talk to you as well about. Okay. William, there's some things you may not know about me. I have talked to my trusted advisor, a guard knight, and I think, like the Targaryen priest, who had encouraged me I should be open with you, that I should find out if then what you might find out about me disturbs you. There will be other things I will wish to tell you, but I feel that not to rush it all on you at once, but all in due time. Alright, well, I'm a good listener. You can tell me anything. Very well then. So she sits down beside him on the bed. Um, she's not sure how to begin. Do you know that I was once married? Well, I would imagine you probably would. Someone as beautiful you have a husband. I would be surprised if you didn't. Yes. Well, it was because I was married to one known as a Dothraki, and his name was Drogo. My brother had sold me, um, because he at the time was supposed to be the next in line to get that which belongs to the House of Targaryen, the Iron Throne of Swords, for the realm of the kingdom. And so, at first, I was reluctant about this because this was something that I was not ready or used to. But eventually I did get used to the way the Dothraki were, in their customs and traditions. But I understood them fully because I speak the language of Valyrian as they do. I see. And so I take it you had eventually gotten used to this prearranged marriage. Yes. But I also had a child once. I understand. And is there something that you feel I should know? Well, due to sorceress treachery, who was a slave of the Dothraki, there was another Dothraki who had challenged Drogo, king of the Dothraki Sea, as he gave me the title Khaleesi, which is another name for queen. And Drogo did defend his honor and his position, but not without injury. And it became infected, and he was due to die from the infection. She promised that she could heal this and bring him back from going near death. But after trusting her, it did not turn out the way I had expected. And, unfortunately, since she betrayed my trust and did not deliver as promised, I, as the Khaleesi, gave fair judgment that she should not have her life, but I should have her life. Thus I became the mother of dragons, because I wanted to give up my life and be with him in the next spirit world. But it didn't turn out that way. So, at the end of the ritualistic cremation, which is how the Dothraki believe, as much as the House of Targaryen, I found myself naked, and I had 3 dragon eggs that were no more. They hatched because of the hot heat of the fire, and so being known as the mother of dragons because they were also born of the hot fire. I see, so that's how you got your title. Yes. Prior to this cremation ritual, was pregnant, but there was another unruly one who didn't feel that they should have to follow me, though I was the survivor of Drogo as the Khaleesi, and there was a great argument amongst the people that followed Drogo. Some stuck with me, while others followed this other unruly one, and I got knocked down and fell on my belly, and thus I went into labor immediately. This one that had also promised to bring Drogo back from near death delivered my child, but I never saw or set eyes upon the baby. All I was told is the baby was the heir to both the Dothraki king of Drogo's position, and because I, being the mother, am Targaryen, would also be the heir to the Iron Throne of Swords for the realm of the kingdom. So, it is another reason why I had her life burned at the stake of the ritualistic fire of her nation. I see. I'm sorry for your loss. It's okay, William, and your human expressions and emotions continue to fascinate me, though you were never in our world when this happened. This must be a human emotion custom of yours to show sympathy, and I do appreciate this, William. But it is not necessary. I have accepted what has befallen me since long ago. Does this bother you that I've had a child and was married before? No, I wasn't here, Khaleesi. It's just like I told this one that you had certain comforts with that entered your chambers wrongfully. Oh, you mean Dario? Yes. I wasn't here, so how could I be jealous of you? Well, that is good, William. You are adapting well to our ways and customs. There is something else I wish to talk to you about, but I think I will wait until we go into the dining hall to discuss this with you, so that we can have a good discussion about this while we have breakfast. That is fine. So she, seeming happy that William has no issue with her having been married before and having once had a child, but the child she never set eyes on, possibly was stillborn, takes William by the hand, leans over and gives him the longest kiss. And then William put his hand gently to her face. Daenerys, there's nothing you can do to disappoint me. And he looks at her really good. She's got this big smile. I know it's a human emotion. I hope you never get tired of me saying this, but I love you very much. I can never see my kind again. And I'm so happy you accepted me, though I be human. Oh, William, you are not like a man I've ever met. And there are still many pleasures you've yet to experience, but all in due time. And I promise, Daenerys, whatever your visionary sees in me, I will do my best to deliver what you are supposed to have, that is supposed to be promised. I am so delighted to hear this, William. You are accepting your position and taking your place rightfully. I have much faith in you, William. You will not disappoint me. I'm not disappointed in you either. Because again, for the longest time, well, hurry and finish whatever it is you're doing. I will see you in the dining hall. And so with that, then she departs to wait for William's arrival. During breakfast, Daenerys decided to discuss something else with William. William, there is another thing I need to discuss with you. Alright. Um, I have decided that I would like to have a child with you. Wow. I know you're not used to this because we have no shame or modesty in our world. I am sorry for being so forward. Does this disturb you? No. You're speechless about this. She has a smile about this. No, well, it'll take some used to, but I'm sure I can eventually. This is good. When kind of looks around discreetly, I would love to make love to you a lot until this time I got you pregnant. I know you would, William. And perhaps we might have a time where we might not leave my chambers for quite some time. Yes. Perhaps this is the pleasure you were telling me about. Yes. I think it would be wonderful to get you pregnant and have a child with you. I do love the way your breasts bounce when I make love. William, shh. You have to know not to say certain things in here, William. That would be considered inappropriate. Though I do love this, and it greatly stimulates me. Well, I understand. Sorry. It's okay, William. I do love the way you feel deep within me. And I love the sensations I get when all your love explodes deeply within me, William. Perhaps I can explode more than once deep within you. She's got this big smile on her face, William. Perhaps we better change the subject, or we may not end up staying in my chambers right away. You are stirring things within me. But yes, I am so happy that you would love to have a child with me. It would be a historical moment for the House of Targaryen because never has there been a half-human, half-Targaryen child born, and you being the first human ever in our world. Well, again, Daenerys, I would love to make love to you much and have a child with you. Do you only want to have one child? Or how many would you like to have? Well, William, I'm not sure yet. Well, if you like, we could always have 4 or 5. Wow, you tend to keep me busy in my chambers, William. I don't know if I can do that because I am a queen. Well, it would be fun. Yes, it would. But I do have to attend queen duties. Well, I wouldn't want to dishonor you or... And I feel like my head is spinning. This is good. I feel sensations too. And you are turning nice 3 shades of red, which is something no man of our world has ever done. This greatly seems to be arousing me as well. Wow. Yes, well, I guess maybe we should, I'm sure you would agree, maybe take it one day at a time and see how it goes with the first child. Yes. Well, if it's a boy, how about this? You can name our first child with a boy's name, and if it's a girl, I would like to name her Half Valyria Targaryen, if that's alright with you. Half Valyria Targaryen.
I do like the sound of this, William. I think you are going to fit in our world quite well. Well, we shall see. Yet we still have to experience this thing you call a honeymoon. I am pleased that you're not upset with me being so forward, wanting to have a child with you. No, I am happy about this. Well, William, um, when the time comes for us to make love and have a child, there is one more thing I need to talk to you about regarding me and Jon Snow. But I think, like I said, I don't want to put this all on you because there's much for you to take in. But I guarantee you I have nothing to hide. And little by little, you will learn much about me, as much as I've learned about you from the time you arrived. Well, I look forward to learning much from you tonight. That is good. So they kissed for the longest time at the dining table, and she looks around to make sure nobody was noticing. Well, I must go to the throne room and take care of some business. And you have to get ready to go to the all men's gathering party, as much as I have to get ready for the party celebration of our getting married for the ladies of the house. I understand. Well, then, with your permission, I shall take my leave then. Yes, and I will see you later, William. I love you, Daenerys. I love you too, William. And so William leans over and kisses her gently on the lips, and then leaves with a humble bow. She seems so well pleased about this. And so thus ends the discussion of her seeking to have a child with a human named William. Daenerys then, at the throne room, summons the priest lord to come forward, and she has much to discuss with him. And so, as the priest lord finally makes his appearance, bows humbly before her, and she then tells him, "Please stand and come forward to this next landing." So he does. "Anything I can help you with, my queen?" "Yes, I have already, as you had stated, had a crown made for my suitor, the human who was once a myth of legend, William. And as much as I have adopted his heraldry, because this way now I know I will not lose the position for which I greatly desire and is rightfully mine, to claim on the Iron Throne of Sword for the realm of the kingdoms, he is, to much amazement, has adapted well, and has agreed, because he cannot take the throne based on his heraldry and traditions of his world, to follow in my stead, sitting at my right hand, which is quite pleasing, I see. And so then you have nothing to worry about. No. This is the crown, and she directs the trusted advisor knight who comes forward and then holds it out. As you can see, the red ruby at top will represent my authority. Below that, the blue stone represents the world he comes from, and as much as he used a special emblem to represent the females of the House of Targaryen, though different than the male emblem of his world, I use the same color for the stone next to the blue, and the other two, of course, are merely decoration. Does this not surpass the expectations that you had stated I needed to do? So that when I remove the Duke crown from his head, this would be the one that represents our world that he should wear, as he would be my husband king. He kind of looks at it, and seems well pleased with this. "Yes, I will approve of this. You have done well, my queen." "Very well, then." She gestures to the President Advisor Knight then to return the crown to a safe area. I will have this delivered to you when the time is right for our wedding ceremonies. That is a combination of his world's traditions and ours to be combined. You do know this is a historical moment. Never has there ever been a unionship of two worlds, a unionship of a human and a Targaryen. Yes, I understand. And I find this very well exciting that such a historical moment should take place. Now, there is another matter I need to discuss with you, because I'm sure it will come up soon. Okay. Um, Anything else then that I should be concerned or you want to discuss? Well, just to re revise or to uh, make known again, not ever should his name, Dragonsphere, which is the heraldry symbolically symbolized by the great dragon of his world, because he comes from a world of legends of old and renown, is to ever be mentioned during the reception. We did agree on this one already, right? Yes, I will not forget. Very good. Because we never know who may, even if not invited, attend such the wedding. And thus, anyone could try to remove him permanently or take his life. And when you not see it, though they would be captured, it would be a great loss in all of Targaryen history. That is true. So, that is good. Then we know what must be said and not be said. As you wish, my queen. I am planning on another historical moment, though my trusted advisor has spoken to me about this. I am happy to announce that William has agreed to, though he's not used to our world being so, well, unlike his world, we have no shame or modesty here. Do you not agree? Yes. Unfortunately, in his world, which is why he turns 3 shades of red at certain times of certain topics or things that are done that are customary and commonplace in our world, he has agreed to give me a child. Excuse me. Say that again. Yes, I want to have a baby with this one. You do realize this would not only be a historical moment, but there could be complications. Yes, and the trust advisor has told me about this, but my decision is final. Very well. Whatever you decide, that is then your decision, and I will not say anything more about it. Very good. But I mention this because should all go well, it may be a boy or a girl. And this time, nothing shall happen to the child, for I will have much protection on this one. And he has agreed to give me that seed of his kind, even if it means much pleasures, until such time he has blessed me with all his seed, so that an heir of representing both his world and mine, whether we actually ever see his world, or be generations after us, sees his world, shall sit on the throne after me. Wow. Well, this is great news, my queen. I guess then you are accepting of the risk and you're okay with this. Yes. Well, I would love to see the child when the time comes and it is born. You shall. And when the time comes, when it has been consummated, that I should be with child, a great celebration will be announced at that time. Very well then. Well then, the preparations for the wedding
will be ready, and I will expect the crown prior to that, so that everything can be done in appropriate mannerisms. That is good. So then, getting recomposure, is there anything else then you would need to let me know about? Well, the only thing I could think of is that when the child is born, the child would have to be, in a ritualistic way, blessed, because this will be a unionship of two worlds. And you do realize that once the child is born, that child represents both his world, the dark blue star in the blaring night sky known as Earth, and the world here. Yes, I do understand this. This would be the greatest history of all time, for his kind and yours, for all of our world. Yes. And this is why I will make sure, even with my very life, that much protection shall not come harm to this child, or the one who shall sit at the right hand following in my stead, though he be a human low in stature, William Bruce McCackran. And, as it is his custom, I have also proved this: he shall take my last name. That is very good. When the time comes, I will hang his banner that he has made for me as a wedding gift in the throne room to demonstrate by much symbolism the unionship of our two worlds. Very well then. Well, if there be nothing else, my queen, I shall finish making the preparations for the greatest historical event of all time. Thank you, Priest Lord. And so with that, she dismisses him. As William is finishing up getting ready for going to the all men gathering party, he then comes in and sees Masani and Grey Worm talking. Oh, sorry. It's okay, William. There's something I can do for you. Well, I didn't mean to interrupt you two. It's all right. We tend to visit now and then. Well, actually, I was hoping to talk to Grey Worm. Grey Worm looks puzzled. Talk to me. Well, that is if it's all right with you. I have no problem talking with you, human. I mean, William. Yeah, well, you'll get used to my name, I guess. Miss Sandy just kind of smiles a bit. And then Daenerys walks in. Oh, am I interrupting? She seems a little bit concerned. No. Actually, Daenerys, I was about to talk to William about what you and I talked about earlier. She has a smile. Oh, well, then you two should have a good conversation. Miss Sunday, can I also talk to you alone? Yes, my queen. Well, you two, I hope you have a good discussion. Grey Worm, not knowing what to say, just kind of nods in agreement, and so Daenerys and Masami walk off towards probably the meeting room. Meantime, William then takes a seat, as does Grey Worm. I know I'm strange to you, and I wouldn't blame you if you didn't have much faith in me, Grey Worm, because I'm only a human and I'm low in stature, and I'm not like the men of your world. You have proven yourself worthy opponent, though you all are only one human, once myth and legend. Right. Well, I kind of got thinking about how I honored Starburst, and I thought perhaps not in the way I had done before, though Daenerys did correct me on this, and I won't do it again. That's good. Risking one's life is never wise. Well spoken, Grey Worm. I was thinking that perhaps
there might be another way I could prove myself. You have another plan for proving your self worthy in our world. Yes, and in fact, this is why I wanted to talk to you. You seems kind of puzzled. Well, I noticed that unsullied warriors are quite skilled with a spear. I was thinking that perhaps I could prove myself by requesting that perhaps maybe you could teach me this skill. Me teach you, a human, to move spears in such manners as we are trained. Well, it's not like I wouldn't be willing to learn. Daenerys even thought it might be kind of interesting. I know I would never be an unsullied warrior, but the fact that I'd be willing to put forth the effort to learn, um, I thought perhaps would make a good show that I have no discriminations, and perhaps I can learn from you. You would be like my mentor, my friend. Me, friend with human, is interested. You do know that this could be dangerous. Our spears are much longer. Well, perhaps I could make one my size, and I could still use the same style that you do to show that I'm willing to learn. Kind of thinks about this for a moment. And you do know this could be dangerous. Well, is there anything not dangerous? Well said. No, there is not. Well, would you be okay with this? I mean, not that I would try to disrespect you or anything. If you wish to learn unsullied warrior skilled with spear, this could be honorable. I've never taught anyone, let alone a myth and legend, how to move spear in such defensive and tactical ways. But this could be good friendship. Well, that would be great, Grey Worm. I am eager to learn. Yes, I see this. You are a strange human indeed. I'd never think that you would come to me with this. But when would you want to do this? Well, I guess you already know that by your world's customs, I have to do what is called a all men's gathering party. Perhaps, um, William thought for a moment. Perhaps maybe before Daenerys, who seems interested in my human custom called a honeymoon, takes place. A honeymoon. Well, we humans, it's kind of like when one takes a mate or gets married. They take a trip to have fun, see things that haven't been seen, or experiences that they have not experienced. And I thought maybe she might like this. Try this out, and she seems interested. I see. Well, when you are ready, let me know. And as long as our queen approves of this, then I shall show you some techniques that unsullied warriors use with spear. Well, I would look forward to it, Grey Worm, and it would be a great honor to learn from a master like yourself. Well, I'm not sure if I would be qualified as master, because those who are masters are the ones who trained us. But I will accept this as compliment. Very well, then. So with that, William and Grey Worm shake each other's hands above the wrists, and thus begins a new friendship between Grey Worm and William. Meantime, Daenerys then starts a discussion with Missandei as they both sit down. I wanted to talk to you about something. I'm sure you already know that I've already discussed with the priest lord about our having children. Yes, and you've already talked to him about this. Yes, he did turn 3 shades of red. Wow, and he's okay with this. Yes, he will take some time to get used to how we're so forward and are not having any shame or modesty in our world, because he probably comes from such a world of such modesty. Although I understand probably not all of his worlds that way, but most of them. I, I, I'm so looking forward to this, Miss Honey. You are? Yes. He asked if I wanted to have 3 or 4 children. Are you serious? When you be busy in the chamber all the time? Yes, I told him that probably would not work out because I have to do queenly duties. But he has stirred something in me that's, oh my gosh, the mere thought of this. I, it would be unlike just ordinary lovemaking. The fact that we would have a child together. It would be a historical moment. The uniting of 2 worlds by that of a child. Yes, it would. Do you think this would be a problem? Well, some people of the 7 known kingdoms may have a problem with this. They may not accept it right away, but I think eventually they would have no choice because the child would be born. And he knows that you have lost 1, possibly 2 children. Well, he knows about the 1, and he has no problem with this. I see. Have you told him about you and Jon Snow? No. I told him I didn't want to rush him all at once with things, because he has much to take in, and since he can never go back to his world, there's much for him to adapt to. But I told him I would have nothing to hide from him, and as much as he told me about himself, so shall I tell him about me, but not as altogether as he has about himself. I want him to be comfortable and take everything in slowly. That is wise, my queen, because he being the only human here, there is much for him to adjust to. Yes, I have so much pleasures to show him, though he has experienced some already. I think that having a child with him would be a good symbolical, most powerful symbolism of the uniting of our 2 worlds. Yes, this would be a historical moment greater than that of the wedding which is due to take place. Yes, but I'm also concerned for the safety of the child. I cannot bear the thought of possibly losing another, so I will have to make sure maximum protection of this child should all go well and is born, being given that nothing should happen to be a boy or a girl. That is wise, my queen, because this would be a one-time historical event that may not ever happen again if anything happened to him, or you, or both of you. That is why I am eager to have a child with him. I think it would be quite the experience. Well, sounds like you 2 will have much pleasure ahead of you. Yes. Well, you're wondering if I have approval of this. I have nothing to disapprove of this. Well, that is good. It is what I wanted to know. So then I am making the right judgment. I see nothing wrong with it. This could be quite riveting for you. Yes, and quite arousing. It would be the greatest experiment of all time. Having the seed of this human's long pole and deep within me to create a child. They both see this one of this. Oh my gosh, to think of what could come of this. He said he would give me much of his seed, even if he had to do it all day. But this is why I told him, oh my gosh, it kind of makes me feel dizzy thinking about this. To have the seed of him many times over until I should become with child gives me great pleasures deep within, both thought, mind, and my soul. Well, you have much to give him, and much love that I see you have for him. Yes, even to the point he has accepted the fact that I consider him my pet, because he's only but one human. He is accepting his position well. Yes, great will be the pleasures of so much desire and ecstasy. He has no idea. Well, he may be quite drunk with your love, considering the sweat during such lovemaking may have much effect on me. Yes, and I do have to be careful. I wouldn't want him to die from the effects of our lovemaking, not until he gets stronger little by little in our world. Wow. Well, my queen, I do wish you and William the very best. And it will be something to look forward to. Yes, it will.
And so with that, they continue talking about other things. As William then is ready to take off, he looks at his hand and decides that since he can never get back to his world, there's no reason to have this ring on anymore. He writes a quick note stating, "To my dearest love, Daenerys, queen of my heart, mother of dragons, this is the last of my treasures. I give freely to you, so that you may groom me to your expectations, and that I may live in utmost happiness and of the ecstasies you wish to give me for the remainder of my days." And then he waits the note down at the dining table on a plate that is like many other plates, as they are getting ready for Daenerys' party for the ladies of the palace. He puts his ring on top of it. Then he leaves the dining hall just in time so that Daenerys does not know what he was up to. "William, I guess it is time for you to go now." "Yes." "Well, I will see you back by tomorrow." "All right. There is also something else I need to talk to you. Not about me this time, but something that I think you may find of interest. I would have told you sooner, and I'm not ready to tell you this yet, but I believe it's something that you may come to know or understand." She's referring to this big long bag that had washed up on shore a while back. But William doesn't know this yet. "All right. Well, I look forward to whatever it is you have to tell me. And I do trust you. I have no reason to believe you would ever deceive me or hurt me in any way, Daenerys. As do I, William. Because you could have hurt me or harmed me a long time ago, and I do not sense this about you. And I have..." She seems kind of like as if there was a way to tell she would have a Targaryen style of blushing. "I have much feelings for you, William. I do for you too, Daenerys." Then Tyrion's like, "William, we do have to go now." And Marcella looks at him. "Give him time, Tyrion. Don't you see they're in love?" "Yes, yes, I know. It's as we were." "Yes, Marcella, you are right. So, William, yes, Marcella, you and Tyrion, I take it, will have much fun together." Yeah. Well, he's my best friend, and now my best friend." "Well, good. And we shall do the same." They both kind of smile at each other, Daenerys and Marcella. So Marcella goes into the dining hall. "I'll be waiting for you outside, William. Don't be long. We got a long ways to go." And Tyrion walks off. "I guess I need to go." "Yes, you do. I know it's only going to be a day, but I feel like I'm going to miss you forever. I just can't seem to get enough of you,
Daenerys. She kind of smiles about this. William, he puts his arm around her waist as she puts her arms around his neck. I don't mind you taller than me. You don't. No. Your lips are so beautiful, like red roses. Oh, William, I love your beautiful eyes. They always seem to have a glow. One day I'll tell you about this, William. But not yet. Because there's something that you may have to do after we're married. But in due time. Something that the Targaryen priest said I will have to do. As much as the palace missionary said before your arrival that I will have to do. And I love your eyebrows. You do. What about my eyebrows? They're so captivating, so dark. As if I'm hypnotized by them. You say the sweetest things, William, though they are strange. I love you so much. I love you so much too, William. So they kiss for the very longest time. And they kind of rock side to side as she goes with it. And she loves how William tries to hug her tight, although she could have him tighter, but that's not what caused injury to him because she's stronger than him. And it's as if like they were kissing forever. We better stop this or we're not gonna get things done. Yes. There'll be plenty of time for us to be holding each other for the longest time, William. I do look forward to this thing you call a honeymoon. As do I. Oh my gosh, I'm so dizzy for you. She almost laughs out loud. William. Yes, I know. Gotta be appropriate. Sorry. It's okay. So, reluctantly, they let each other go. They kiss again. And she watches him go off down the hall and out of sight. Then she goes into the dining hall. First thing William did is put the necklace on because, again, he knows that Daenerys would expect him to wear this, so that other women knows he is taken and no longer available. And then he and Tyrion set off. Meantime, Daenerys finds the ring on the plate, and she has this big smile. Reads the note. Missandei couldn't help but see how the look of love, very deep, is on Daenerys' face. Daenerys looks up, holding the ring to her arm, and then looks at Missandei and kind of regains her composure. It is okay, my queen. Did you tell William? There's no point in hiding this. Yes, you are right. I know you love William very much, and this is very pleasing. We are all happy to see you have this expression that you do. I tried not to make it so obvious. But thank you, Missandei, for giving me your wisdom, and I do appreciate this. Could you put this in my treasure box, so I do not lose it? Yes, I will see to it, at once. And so with that, Missandei takes it to her chambers to put it in her treasure box so it won't get lost with the note. And then they continue setting up for her party. Meantime, as time goes by and they finally get to Tyrion's place in King's Landing, as it was quite the travel, William then decides to confide in Tyrion. I was wondering if I could talk to you about something. Sure. I don't know how much help I can be to you, being that you are a human, but yeah, we could talk about anything. And now that you are my drinking buddy, and he pours him a glass of wine. William takes a drink. Ooh! Careful now. Smooth! I take it you don't drink in your world? Yeah, but this stuff is strong. It's not like the stuff we have. He kind of laughs about this a little bit. Well, then you better get used to it, William, because it doesn't look like you're going back to your world anytime soon. And if you're going to be my drinking buddy, you better keep up. I'll try. So, what did you want to talk about? Well, I'm sure I can tell you this in confidence, right? I won't say a word, I promise. Okay, well, Daenerys is thinking about having a child with me. He almost spits his drink on the table. Oh, what? Yeah, she asked me if, though she apologized for things before, about having a child with me. William, you do know she was married before, right? Yes, she told me about it, and the fact that her and her had a son. Oh, well, I guess I don't need to discuss that with you then. You do know she was also going to marry, or has been married, to a man named Jon Snow. She said she didn't want to unload this onto me all at once, that she would tell me little by little, because it would be much to take in. Oh, no, I guess I can't discuss that with you either. How much do you know about symbolism? Well, we have certain symbols in my world, though we never based anything politically speaking on them. Well, in our world, we do. Before you arrived, there was a documentation. The blue comet, which is smaller, went into the red comet. And then, after a day or so, it showed up again, coming out of the blue comet. Um, it, in itself, had symbolism. Apparently, you two would be getting to know each other quite often. And I think this now, her asking me this, finally defines what that symbolism is. Really? It was foreseen by her in the visionary of the Pyramid Palace that eventually she will have children and love you very much and never leave you, in spite of your human frailties and being long stature. Wow. Well, don't get too excited. You know, there could be birth defects, yes. But I don't think she would be the kind like in my world where they would, well, they called it an abortion, but it was actually killing children, whether they would have a defect or not. We don't know what abortion is, but we don't believe in killing children before they're born anyway. Not that something could be done, we could kill the mother of the unborn child anyway. Well, that is good to hear, thank goodness. But I don't think you have anything to worry about, William. If she has asked you of this, you should take much delight, as long as you don't do anything to piss her off. You might not be leaving the chambers very soon. I kind of hinted that to her myself, but she said you might have other queenly duties to tend to. Oh, well, good. Then I guess she's not going to be totally shirk those duties. Well, this will be a historical moment. There's never been a human, let alone half human, half Targaryen. Although the children could be picked on by others, because they will be half of one world and half of another. But if all goes well, they would be a new type of House of Targaryen heirs. That would be something unique, wouldn't it? Yes. Well, what is it you wanted me to say, William? Well, I was wondering if you are okay with this. You don't need my approval. After all, you are the suitor and soon to be your husband, King. Well, I was thinking that then maybe you might tell me if this is a good thing or not. I can tell you that at one point it would be, because of the historical symbolism behind it. On the other hand, not so good. People may not accept this, but in time they will accept you. And as long as she does not have any qualms about this, and she has asked this of you freely, they will eventually yield to her decision of wanting this child with you. I see. So then I shouldn't have nothing to worry about then. I would reckon not. You'll be the first one of it as a human that has ever consummated a marriage. Even if you are a bit shorter than her. Well, wow. So much for you to take in. Yes, I can imagine so. So, if it's a blessing you want, such I don't see any of your family coming from your world to here, I give you my blessing as your best man and, as you said, now your best friend. Well, thank you, Tyrion. It does mean a lot to me. All right then. Well, enough of this talk. Let's go and start enjoying ourselves. So with that, then they go to the House of Lannister's banquet hall. One's inside, of course. He then tells them, "Excuse me for a moment," and he goes up to Cersei, who comes in, and it seems like they're having some kind of argument, but he can't tell what they're saying. So he then comes to William. My sister Cersei, Queen Regent, is on restrictions. She has nowhere to go, and I was wondering if this is going to be a problem. Not for me. I mean, this is her house, not mine. That's true. Very well spoken. I suppose she can be here if she wants. Alright then. So with that, then the celebration begins. Later that evening, as William's getting quite buzzed because the drink of Tyrion's world is much stronger than that of his world, almost like 100 proof wine in a human's way of understanding. It is starting to get late, and they've had quite the men's gathering party. And so as he's getting ready to call it an evening, he comes before the Queen Regent, who looks at him with a smile. "Yes, may I help you?" "Oh, well, I just wanted you to know that I am new. I mean, human." um, I think drink of your world is much stronger than that of human world. Human, yeah. I see, and I can see this is quite affecting you. Yes, um, but I'm not just a human, I'm a proud human. Wait a minute, no, proud, proud human. And now it's starting to become quite the humorous situation. So he tries to bow before her and almost falls forward and falls into her lap. "Oh, I'm so sorry. I was trying to bow." She starting to laugh now. Yeah. Well, I've never had a Miss Paula up before. At first he must get up, but it's like she's reluctant to let him up. And so finally he knows he can't get this sensation out of him. He looks over and Tyrion's busy talking to somebody while drinking and celebrating. And William, without realizing it, puts his arm around the Queen Regent's neck. "Are you comfortable?" Um, "Oh, I shouldn't be sitting on your your lap." Oh, Secret Theory discovered her other hand, trying to keep composure and not laugh too loudly. "I can see why the Queen likes you very much. You very much are stimulating, William." "Yes, I guess you are, um, um, stimulating as well, stimulating as well. Um, I used to be mem- um, member of United Fed Up Army." I'm very, and when I see him shakes his head, he just can't seem to talk straight. Nancy Daenerys putting her arm around him as if she's holding a child. "So, would you, if I would have found you first, that interested me. Um, well, um, it's okay, Will. I know you have this medallion on, and there's not much I can do about this. Well, I suppose that you, much taller than me, you would have to stoop to me." "Well, yes, think you're about ready to turn out call it a night. Yes, no, sorry. Um, well, it is pleasing to know. Unfortunately, you didn't come to where I was at. No, I was far, far away at Saber's Day. I mean, Slaver's Day. Yes, you were running. Um, my, as a human, um, well, I'm not as dunk as you drink I am. It's again because quite the one. Oh, that didn't come out right. Oh, crap. um, I guess I should go to bed. Yes, but I guess you should. And so she then eventually allows him to finally get up. It was, he's kind of staring at me. Knowing you, just call me Cersei. It was nice knowing you, Cece. I mean, Cersei, and he tries to bow and falls on his knees. Tyrion then starts looking a little concerned. Okay, I better stop this before this gets too far. And he starts walking over. William's starting to laugh now with this laughter. Oh, my queen. I was not trying to fall for you. I was trying to bow for you. My queen's quite the amusement. I meant bow before you, but not on my knees. Yes, I can see this. And Tyrion's like, you never know what he's taking. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, Tyrion. I think you should know me by now. I'm not going to overstep my bound by you. Where is that? Where is that which is bound to him by his neck? Okay. So what he helps William to his feet. Well, I shall take my leave of you. She kind of smiles and waves at him like in such a way as she's saying non-verbally bye-bye. And when Tyrion looks at him, come on, William, I think you've had enough to drink for the night. Obviously, you can't handle the drink of our world for a human. And so he helps William back to his residence. And so as he helps William to bed, William, he doesn't even have to bother helping William out of his cloak or anything. And William rolls over to the one side and well, I feel wizzy. You mean dizzy? Yes. Yeah, well, don't you be my dream, but I don't think you can handle as much drink of our world as I can, because you're not like us. And as I'm sure Daenerys has told me, you're not like any man of this world. So, did you have a good time? William? He shakes William. Yeah, I figures. He then passed out. And then he hears William say something. It's a small, small world after all. All right, William, I don't think you're in any shape to be singing. And so William finally goes to sleep. He shakes his head. Wow, okay, why me? So he eventually then turns into himself. As Tyrion woke up, not feeling too badly, he noticed that as William had rolled over on his back, that there was something gold sticking just out from under the covers. And he walks over quietly and takes a look at it. What is this? I haven't seen one of these, except they're legendary. And he studies it for a while. This was once from an ancient time of the Valyrians. And there were many dragon riders. And usually it was only when a dragon rider would choose one that was a slave of theirs to be a mate with. No, couldn't be. Daenerys is against slavery, so she's using it for another reason. This could mean that William's been possessed. I wonder if William instigated that.
having one possessed like property, usually it's not something that has been thought of unless one brought it up. And if I'm not missing my guess, I don't need to see his back. I bet he's been marked. And I'll keep this to myself for right now. But I'm pretty sure there's more that meets the eye than what I see here. And so with that, he goes to fix breakfast for him and William as William starts coming to. The next day, William wakes up. Oh my head. You're gonna feel like that for a while. Oh my gosh. How much did I have to drink? Not as much as I did. I'll tell you what, that stuff is strong. Yeah, that's what I thought. You can't handle the drink of our world because you're a human. I hope I didn't do anything weird. You mean like falling the queen, raising the lamp? Oh crap, but she's gonna have my head now. That's okay. I think she was more amused by this than anything else, but because you're wearing the medallion, she knew she couldn't get any further than that. And probably for the best. That would not do any of the houses, both of Targaryen or Lannisters, any good. Oh, thank goodness nothing weird happened. It was weird enough, and I decided to break that up while I still had the opportunity to do so. Of course, you couldn't even seem to speak our language when you first came to the world, and then you had a hard time speaking your own. Oh, well, sorry about that. Do you have anything for this sensation I got? Because I can't show up like this. No, you can't. So your hands, this is not going to make my tongue go weird again, is it? No, that was numbing stuff. This here will relieve the headache. Okay, so he drinks it. It's not supposed to taste good. I could offer you a drink, but then that would probably defeat the purposes. Yeah, I think you're right. But in a short time, he's like, wow, that stuff really works fast. You don't have anything like this in your room? We do. They're like hard, we call it headache medicine. Probably to you would be like hard pebbles, or at least headache. It's kind of hard to explain. It's alright. If that's what you swallow as pebbles to take headaches away, I guess I will go ahead and believe you. So eventually, as he gets repacked, then him and Tyrien head out and mount the horses. Well, how do you feel? Well, I feel like I got ran over by. Steamroller a little more. I feel like I got ran over by a great cavalry of knights in armor. Ouch. Well, it'll subside soon. And so with that, they head back towards the Pyramid Palace.